I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
All right. Call this meeting. Let's see. Roll call. Everyone is here and counted for. Call this meeting to order at 9:03 a.m. of June 23rd, 2020. Let's see here. Item number 1, approve and amend minutes of special meeting dated June 18th, 2020.
Motion.
Second.
A motion made by Kirk, second by Russell. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Item 2, approve payment of claims submitted by county clerk's office.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Kirk, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. Item 3, approval of monthly reports submitted by officers.
There were none.
None. Okay. Well, since we've done read the motion, we'll just go ahead and, even though there isn't any, we'll just vote yes and go on. That's about
All
all.
right. I make a motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. Let's see here. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. There are none to accept. Okay. Item 4, approval to hear Human Resources report current status regarding family's first coronavirus.
Motion.
Second.
Let's see here. Motion made by Martin, second by Russell. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. All right, Miss Vicky, lay it to us.
Good morning. The virus numbers are going up, and that was probably anticipated a bit with the holidays and a protest, and now 4th of July in the next week and a half or 2 weeks is another influx, and we're grateful for the influx of people on the lake. So 2 weeks ago, our numbers were 102. Last week when I reported, they were 109. And they were 117 about a couple hours ago when I checked them this morning. Deaths remain at 16. So they went up 7 last week and 8 this week. So
Vic, just right quick, how many are still active cases?
I don't have the report on the active in with me. I can run in and get it in the other room, David.
Okay, I was just kind of curious how
that out.
the 117 total from when we started keeping count, correct?
Yes, 117 from when we started. And I keep those numbers, but they're in another part of my house right now. I can halt or go get those. I've not been after those recently, so I had not reported those.
Okay.
I know that we hear a lot about hot spots in Northwest Arkansas, and just to update that Joplin was the hot spot in the country over the weekend. So it does look like that that there is an increase in the numbers in the area, and the active numbers are not so many as the total number. And I'll get that for you before we log off here. The hours are by appointment only in the courthouse, and the court clerk, the assessor, the treasurer, and the DA are rotating staff, and they're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. They're continuing that. We had a note from Judge Denny regarding judicial. that they are going to continue rotating staff and working on the same schedule they have been since we've opened up a little bit. He does request that anyone coming to the courthouse for judicial wear a mask and clean gloves, especially even if they're leaving documents. He prefers those left with clean gloves. If not, there'll be a box that if someone just comes in barehanded to leave a document, he's asked that it be left in a box, and then after, I guess, a period of time, they will pick those up. He also says that's for anyone coming into the judicial area, including attorneys. The county clerk remains on their schedule. I believe it's 7:30 to 3, Monday through Thursday, and they work remotely on Friday. The election board's a little different. This is beginning of early voting week. So Thursday from 8 to 6 and Friday from 8 to 6, there is early voting. Saturday early voting is 9 to 2. She has an open board meeting Saturday at 3 until that ends. Next Monday, the election board will be open from their normal hours. It will be by appointment only to the public. There will be a lot of activity with precinct workers. The polls will open Tuesday, 7 to 7. And the election board will be open 8 to 5, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday next week for a protest period. For voting, they are highly recommending that the public wear face masks, follow CDC guidelines, social distance. Sanitizer will be provided, and they again highly recommend that that be used. The booths will be sanitized between voters. So I hope we have a big turnout for voting and that everyone stays safe through the process. We've had one request for families first leave under the Coronavirus Act. Early on, we had an individual who showed, it was very early on. There were not even tests available in Delaware County yet. Our employee was off work and saw the physician and asked for, the physician said after they did not exhibit symptoms for 48 hours, they could return to work. Our employee remained ill for a couple of weeks, and in the beginning of the second week, he consulted a different physician, and the particular department is really questioning whether to pay that 80 hours leave or not. So I'm working with the employee to try to get a little bit more documentation to make that department feel more comfortable with paying that 80 hours of leave. Well, we'll probably resolve that here in the next day or so. I believe that's all I have today. I do have another item further down, and I'll talk about it later. And if you want to go on with the meeting, David, I can report the number of active. If you would like to skip on to something else, I'll go get the number of actives.
Oh, that's okay. No,
Okay.
that's okay.
Okay.
That just popped in my head, and I was just kind of curious. But,
Okay. I'll have
maybe
those,
get with you later or something.
I'll have those next week when I report.
Okay.
I usually have them with me, and today I didn't bring them in with me.
Oh, no worries. No problem.
Okay. I'm through then with this item.
Okay. Let's see here. Item 5, approval to discuss and review the county's policy in relation to COVID-19, take action to modify those policies as needed. Do we have a motion?
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Marty. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries that. I would say at this point in time, stay pat as we've been conducting our policy. Would you agree, Counselor?
I would, and I would also add that I haven't really heard much as far as any problems anyone's having. If they are, I would ask them to refer that to myself, Vicky, or one of the commissioners. So I'm pretty happy with the way things are going at the courthouse at this point in time. It's much smoother than Ottawa County. They're having all sorts of problems, which I'm working on trying to address, but things are going well in Delaware County. I think with the increase in numbers, maybe not so much in Delaware and Ottawa counties, but in the nation as a whole, and then especially the surrounding areas, as Vicki said, with Northwest Arkansas and Southwest Missouri. I think it's prudent to continue on the path we're on for probably a little bit longer.
Right, at least limit our exposure as much as possible. So,
David,
go ahead, Vicki.
I did
Yes,
have,
ma'am.
I'm sorry, I did have the number with me. There are
Okay.
80, out of the 117, 89 are recovered, 16 deaths, and 12 are active.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Sorry, I did bring it.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Well, we'll move on to, if there's any more discussion or comment from the board, and I guess we'll move on. Item number 6. Let's see here. Approval for discussion of the update safety manual for Delaware County with possible action.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Martin, second by Russell. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. The motion carries. Thank you. I think at this time, just from, well, Vicki, I said, let me back up here just a little bit. This is our last safety manual was how old again, Vicki? I'm just to kind of give reference here.
You know, David,
So
I do. I'll try to find that this week. I know it's older than 6 years. I do not have a
Right.
copy of the last manual. I'm going to see if Travis has that in his paperwork, or maybe it's in Barbara's office. And over the last 6 years that I know of, I tried to work with Robert a few times on risk and safety. And even though he would seem like he was engaged, I never really saw results. And I talked to Travis about this when he first came on, and together we've got ACO's version of a template, and that's really something that somebody has written for ACO when we adopted it for Delaware County, and wanted to run that through all the commissioners, all the elected. And I'm not going to ask for a vote or anything today. It's kind of a first reading. And if anyone has anything to add or change, certainly we can discuss it and do that. And then maybe you'll all have a chance to read it and digest it a little bit more thoroughly. And we can go back and look at it again next week if you all would not mind to table this action until next week. Also, I got a copy. In the last couple of weeks, I've got copies of the loss runs from ACO on liability as well as workers' comp. And there is opportunity for improvement through a safety program, you know, through training and safety. And right now I will aggregate the injuries, the like and type injuries, and the areas where the injuries are happening, and see if we might focus some safety training in those areas to try to lessen. We won't totally lessen every injury because some of these areas are high risk and problem prone. So we can reduce them possibly. And I know in law enforcement in particular, they have limited access to training. We've researched all the area educational facilities. But I've tried to work with the undersheriff and the sheriff several times off and on, and they're both in tune to a training program. And I've found that there's maybe a county or two in Oklahoma who've developed a training program for their detention officers. And maybe we can, more critically look at something like that as part of the safety program. But the manual's the first step. And I know it's a number of years, David, but I don't have an answer until we find what the most current one is preceding what we've got. Does that answer your question?
Okay.
Quite too much information.
Yes. No, not a problem. Not a problem. All right. Let's see here. I'll make the motion for table this item for next week's BOCC meeting of June the 30th of 2020.
I'll second.
Thank you. All right. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. All right. Item number 7, approval of discussion with possible action concerning medical services provided by Dr. Cox in the county jail.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Okay. Let's see. I have our 3 options that say the paying the difference. What the shortcomings are is probably about our best option to proceed with from my view of it. I don't know about the rest of the board, but what Russell, Martin, what
I agree. I think for the money we're spending versus the other services we've had, I don't think it gets any better with Dr. Cox.
I agree. So,
I agree also.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to, since it's budget time, we'll have to figure that in with our medical services expense on our line item on our budget on that. We'll just have to factor that in. So, but let's see.
So we'll have a contract for next week.
Yes, I just need to touch base with, I'll get with Sheriff and Dr. Cox and see if we can't get something put together for next week.
Yeah, because that'll be the 30th. That'll be our deadline.
Right, exactly. Okay. Yep, I need to touch base with him on some other issues as well, so I'll take care of that this week. Get that for next week's agenda item. So, but all right, move on to item number 8: approval to receive and file file and list of the district attorney's current officers for fiscal year 2020 through 2021 as follows: Kenny Wright, Nicholas Leckless, requisitioning; Laura Jackson, Becky Maples, receiving and inventory.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. Item 9, approval to receive and file list of District 3 current officers for fiscal year 2020 through 2021 as follows: Martin Kirk, Conley Chesney, requisitioning; Alfred Sixkiller and Ben Youngblood, receiving and inventory.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Martin, second by Russell. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. Item number 10, approval to receive and file a list of current Delaware County Fair Board officers for the fiscal year 2020 through 2021 as follows: requisitioning Ronald, and let's see, Enyart, and receiving an inventory. Let's see here, receiving an inventory, Amber Whitlock.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Let's see here, item 11, approval to accept 6-month road materials bids for the Delaware County Highway Departments. Bid number 19-20/16. So,
Motion.
Second.
see here, motion made by Russell, second by Martin.
Yes.
Well, hang on here before. Has everybody had a chance to review it all on the bids?
Yeah, it didn't look like our prices changed on much of anything. I mean, all our rock stayed the same. I think our asphalt stayed the same. Our
Right.
I hadn't had a chance to look at the oil for chip and seal yet, but if asphalt stayed the same, pretty good chance it stayed the same also.
I looked at it, but I didn't. Nothing jumped out at me that there's any big discrepancies. So I think pretty much everything stayed in line price wise. So that I was glad to see. With oil being up and down, I really didn't know what we were going to be at. But
I kind of figured with oil going back up that we weren't going to see it go down.
no, I know. I think this short
I
term
just thought it didn't go up.
being like, right. Yeah, I know. That's like me. You can live with where it's at. So,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Not any more discussion or questions? We'll move on to the
No, I'm
vote. Okay. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Item 12, approval of resolution to renew lease agreement between the Delaware County Commissioners and the Oklahoma Department of Transportation.
Motion.
Second.
Who made the motion? Sorry, I didn't.
I did.
Okay, thank you. Then Martin made the second. Okay.
Yes.
Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries. Item 13, approval to provide proof of physical damage insurance on all equipment and road machinery purchased through the county road machinery and equipment revolving fund.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. The motion carries. All right. Item 5, approval of program resolution to include in the CIRB 5-year plan construction project in District 2 known as Beatty Creek Bridge, number 54, bank stabilization.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. Russell, isn't that your bridge I'm thinking of?
Yeah, it's downstream from Piney, and the Beatty Creek is wanting to shift direction, and it's no
Okay.
longer lined up with the channel under the bridge anymore. So we've got to stabilize the bank, or we're going to lose the approach on that bridge.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Item 15, approval to renew county clerk contracts for the fiscal year 2020 through 2021 as follows. Building lease agreement, Lakeland Financial Services, Cannon Financial Services, Hometown Bottled Water, and Quadrant Leasing USA. I think that's what it is. My printer kind of cut it off short there. I think that's what it's saying. So is that
I'll make the
correct?
motion.
Last one there, Barbara, make sure I'm not.
Yeah, it's Quadient. That's for the court clerk.
Oh, okay, thank you. So, all right, Russell, did you make the motion?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so, thank you. I'll make the second, so. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Let's see here. Item 16, approval to renew sheriff's office contracts for fiscal year 2020 through 2021 as follows. GeoSafe mobile location service. Let's see here. Sorry about that. I kind of lost my place in the line here. Let's see here.
I think it's IDEMA.
Yeah, I've got to break down, get some dang toner put in this stupid printer because my print's very light at the top and the bottom of each page. Let's see here. The IDEMA, yeah, maintenance, okay, support. And then support for live scan. Oh, okay, yeah, Travis, he's got yeah, now I can read it. There's a lot better copy. Thank you. Let's see here. Yeah, IDEMA maintenance and support for live scan fingerprint, leads on the line, investigation system software, Oklahoma Sheriff Association membership. I'm gonna say this Rockeye. I'm assuming on that's how it's pronounced. Criminal investigation software service, OSBI ODSI semi-annual support fee, American Electric lease for admin office, for motor credit transportation lease, Kelpro court system imaging station, and Smith detection annual leak check for the x-ray machine.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Let's see here. Item 17, approval to receive and forward to the district attorney's office, Delaware County District Court case style of Nathan Jack Daniels, plaintiff versus Board of County Commissioners, Harlan Moore and Terry Hibbett, defendants, case number CJ 2020-99.
Motion.
Second.
Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Item 18, approval to review 2020 through 2021 ACO SID liability and property premium in the amount of $325,000 for fiscal year 2020 through 2021 with possible action.
Motion.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. This here's a pretty good little jump from last year. Talking about 50-odd thousand year over year.
Yes.
We'll just have kind of like, medical services, we'll just have to factor that in our fiscal year budget and for this upcoming year and go from there. See
Yeah.
We ain't got much of a choice, so. But, I don't know, so. Let's see, Barbara,
Yes.
when does that have to be paid offhand?
It is due by July 31st. this document today wants you to say whether you're gonna pay it in one payment or two. And of course, paying it in two is gonna cost you more. I think did I send you the copy of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
So,
yeah, today is one payment or two is the decision.
I say we do it just like we
Okay,
do
well-
everything else, just make one payment.
I agree. That's kind of rip the Band-Aid off and be done.
You gotta pay it either way, so no point dragging it out.
Right. So, okay. All right, let's see. Well, then we need a motion to make the payment in one, or one payment for this, in the amount, I guess what would be, let's see here. Well, let's see, how would we want to word that?
I'll make a
motion.
motion that we make
Go ahead.
one lump sum payment of $325.
There. Okay,
I'll
thank you.
second.
Okay, motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, motion carries. Okay. Item 19, approval of detention service agreement by and between, I don't know if this is an acronym or what, it's ROCMEND, Area Youth Services and the County of Delaware County for the fiscal year 2020 through 2021.
Motion.
Second.
Here, motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Let's see here. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Voice messages.
Martin, how do you vote?
12. Save voice messages.
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Moving on to item 20, approval of detention services agreement by and between the state of Oklahoma, Office of Juvenile Affairs, and the Board of County Commissioners for fiscal year 2020 through 2021.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Item 21, approval to receive and file cash bag confirmation from the Delaware County Health Department.
Motion.
Was that you, Russell?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'll make the second. So, all right, motion made by Russell, seconded by myself. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Item 22, approval to receive and file cash bag confirmation from Delaware County Court Clerk.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, motion carries. Item 23, approval of state of Oklahoma notarized claim forms for a claim against the ad valorem reimbursement fund for the loss of revenue due to agricultural land conservation adjustment for tax years 2018 and 2019.
Motion.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, motion carries. Item 24, approval to receive and file amended sheriff's commissary profit count cash statement dated May 31st, 2020.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, the motion carries. Item 25, approved to receive and file cash statements for the sheriff boarding of prisoners account for the period ending of May 31st, 2020.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell, second by Martin. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes, so motion carries. Item 26, approval to open the floor for new business.
Motion.
Second. I have
Motion
none.
made by Martin, second by Russell. Well, we hadn't got quite to the voting part yet, but Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. All right, motion carries. So I have none as well. So moving on to item 27, approval to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Russell or Martin, second by Russell. Russell, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. So motion carries. So we are adjourned at 9:39 a.m. So,
Hey, David, I have a
all
question
righty.
real
Well,
quick.
we'll see. Do what?